everyone. You're welcome back. My name remains Mary, and I'm not the only Mary on this segment. I have my co-host also is bearing Mary. I mean, how amazing. You're welcome,
Yeah, thank
Mary.
you very much. Yes.
All right.
My name is Mary Jonathan, and you're welcome. And as you know, we celebrated 10 years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 whole years of growth, of advancements, and it's worth celebrating. What do you think, Mary?
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, 10 is really, really massive, so it's worth celebrating. So, in our midst, also, I have Mr. Felix OK, who is the CEO of Joves Agro Eco. You're welcome, Mr. Felix.
Thank you.
All right, then please tell us what you do.
Once again, my name is Felix Okay. The CEO of Joves Agro Eco. Basically, we do integrated farm setup and design. We practice a model of agriculture called agroecology. And let me break it down. Agroecology is simply farming with respect to the environment. So, in a layman's term, you know what our grandparents were doing those days?
Please tell us.
They're at the back of their houses. They have a small farm. Probably they grew some crops. They raised some chicken. They have some goats. All of them mixed together. That's an agroecological model of farming.
Okay.
And so we are coming back and saying, let's go back to the root, but we can modernize it and we can scale it up on a larger scale. So that's what we do. We design, we set up integrated farms that models about after the agroecological system. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Felix. So I would start with you then, since you're already keeping it rolling. So can you tell us what inspired you to go into farming and what your interest is, basically?
Well, that's a tough one. So many things inspired me, but I will pick the two that actually strikes my heart. The first time I wanted to go into farming, or I picked some interest in farming, was a little boy with my grandfather. He has a pig pen at the back of the house, and he also sells goat. And then I followed my grandmother to her small farm where we get vegetable for the family, and it was intriguing for me. So I felt like, oh, maybe one day I'll do this. Then as time went by, I one day had the opportunity to visit Songhai Farm in Port Novo, owned by Reverend Father Godfrey Zamujo. That is an integrated agroecological farm. I call it the hub of Africa agroecological farm.
Wow.
Because when you get there, you will see integrated farm on a large scale, 22 hectares of land.
That's deep.
So as at that time, I was working in the university. I was a lab scientist, and when after that visit, I knew where to go to. So it was very simple. I attended my resignation, went back for my master's, and as God will have it, I got a scholarship to study in Songhai Leadership Academy, and that's in Songhai for 6 months.
Wow.
That was in 2018. And when I came back, I knew I was not going back.
Okay.
I'm home.
Wow.
That was the first. And the second time, during the master's research, we decided to carry out the research on toxicity, pesticide residue in plants. So we went around the Lagos hub where all these malams do their vegetable farmings, and we picked samples from there, and we got some interesting results. And that got me thinking, what am I eating? Where is it produced? Who is producing what I eat? Let me give you this. Imagine that you have a patient who is diagnosed with a kidney failure or a liver disease, and they say, go and eat vegetable. And he goes to the market and buys vegetable. He's eating vegetable.
Exactly.
What kind of vegetable is he eating?
Yeah.
That's a question.
So we came after that. I said, no, I have to know what I'm eating, how it's being produced.
Mary.
Yeah, so in the composition.
Maybe she's going to
Right.
So today, I say, farm what you eat what you farm. Thank you.
Okay.
That's
deep.
deep.
Like, that's deep.
It's massive. It's
Yeah.
massive.
So farm what you eat what you farm. All right, noted.
No,
Alright.
that's it. Noted.
Yes.
Yep, I have a question for you. You said you've mentioned what inspired you.
Yeah.
Now, I want to believe that when you want to take a step, you said you resigned and you went to the school, and I'm pretty sure that you would have some fears. Because
Oh,
before you
sure.
take a very massive decision as huge as this, I'm pretty sure that something in your mind is like, hope you're not, hey guy, hope I'm not making a big mistake, oh, because salary is no longer dropping.
Right.
So what was that fear you had then?
Well, the fear of the unknown was one. Unknown was, will I make it? But you see, for me as a person, if I need to get something done, I need to deprive myself. When there is no option, I know that the only way is survive.
Survival
So
of the fittest.
And there's no
if
option.
I was still working, I won't put my full attention.
Okay.
But there was no salary coming in. So the only thing I could do is you either die here, you either make it or. So that was it.
Okay, so I have a question. I mean, still on your thoughts. So I mean, the average person that is working and all is looking at how to make investments. If you're able to go into it, do you get, or maybe partner with other people. So in a case whereby you're saying, you know what, I want to go into it myself, right? But the economy is not friendly. So would you say jump into it wholeheartedly? Do you get, leaving your job that should give you that shield, that backing in case anything happens? So at least you can run back, and at least you need to take care of the family. You have something to fall back to. So what would you
Or you take it
advise?
one step at a time.
Okay. Well, I took a leap of faith. That was what
Good.
Okay.
So, but today I know if you try what I did, you may crash land.
I like
and
your
you never get up.
Okay,
sincerity.
like that sincerity, like
Well, at the time I took this risk, I was a single man. I had no family.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I knew I had a cushioning. I was staying with my uncle. So
Okay.
at least anyhow, I would get a square meal.
yeah.
That's a message for our audience. Yes.
Yeah.
Before you
So-
jump, please.
Please be
Before you
sure.
jump,
Yes.
look before you leap.
Mhm.
Definitely.
So but today, my first advice will be before you even try it, I said I had to go for knowledge acquisition.
Hmm.
A lot of us go into farming without the knowledge of what we are going into. We are only intrigued by the money, the cash, the call, not even the profit. Because I see what is going on today. I call it Ponzi scheme, agri Ponzi scheme.
Okay.
Kalo, money
Sharp.
doubling, sharp. So get the requisite knowledge. Then farming is a business. Agribusiness is different from farming.
Yeah, sure.
So if you want to do agribusiness, you need to sit down. You will need an expert in business development to
That's
plan your business for you. First of all, get the knowledge, because if you go and hire people, they will swindle you out of it. So like somebody said it, poetry, doesn't have any good knowledge of poetry. He hired some boys, and within the twinkle of an eye, all his money was
It's
gone.
gone, yes.
So get the knowledge, do your business planning. Don't just jump. Don't invest your money when you don't know what is in there
So you
for you.
look before you
And
leave.
then my last thought is start very small.
Very small.
Right.
Keep your dream big, but start
Okay.
small. Thank you.
Okay, so start small. I mean, that's the key word. You don't want to just jump in and make all the millions at just the beginning. Okay, thank you very much, the Felix.
Okay, over to you, Mr. Timothy.
It's all right.
Now, 10 years, it is a lot.
Yeah,
And I want to believe that you've seen a lot,
Mhm.
you've been through a lot, and it had taken you it had to take you taking some drastic measures
Sure.
to get to where you are. Now my question is, you all have your own unique paths. Now, what's one defining challenge that you have faced so far and has helped to shape your career? Just one defining challenge that you feel, no, this is it.
Okay. I remember very well in 2017. You know, I started it earlier. So at the point, I had a lot of people working with me. But at the point, I had issue with human resources. Human resource. And I will tell people that it's one of the most difficult thing ever I can ever think of in business.
Yeah, working with
Even
humans.
sometimes people think money is the major thing. No. I will tell people that it's not money first. So you first, and having the right hand working with you. If you can actually have that, you have the potential of scaling very well. So at that point, I had issue with
Managing people.
I had serious issue. serious issue. Even then, I was thinking I didn't know something about leadership, help me manage people.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I
Gang
was disappointed in
gang.
myself.
Wow.
So even
You
at
for
that
your
very
own.
point, I remember vividly. I told my wife. Then they were cotton. Said it's like I want to drop this business and dust my certificate back and go
Oh,
back into marine
can you
surveying.
Wow.
imagine?
And my take to every single out there: choose wisely.
Hmm.
Yeah, sure. And not all that is actually good.
Married too.
Okay.
What's your take?
So now, so by the time I told her, and she went, even that moment I could not even pray about it. I just ended like, I'm ending this business now. So I'm going back to my field of study. And she just came back to me the next day. She said she prayed and she's not having a leading, I should leave the business. That
Wow.
she's led, I should continue.
Wow.
And I was like, no, you don't know what you don't know what I'm talking
You
about
don't
here. You don't know,
understand.
you don't understand it. So before it will be late for me in my field of study,
Let me go back.
So at least I left there 2 years ago. It's still very fresh.
Mhm.
And the company I was working with then, I did not resign. My boss only said, go and try the business and see if it survive for 5 years. If it does not,
You come back.
So
Wow.
I see her at the table for me. So and faithfully, I didn't want to. I didn't actually want to listen to her. Then she told me her pastor wants to see me. So when I went to meet her pastor, and he said also that he prayed about it, that I should not leave. And then he gave me a quote. He said for every location is an allocation, and for everything
Deep.
you do, if it's actually in the right time, it has its reward.
Hmm.
So if you live here now, you actually think you're actually escaping some challenges, but don't forget that there's tendency of you coming back to it
Yeah,
again.
you definitely beat
So-
it.
And that's how I keep back to it. And I thought of planning again, thinking like I was starting again from the beginning. So one of the major challenges ever was human resource management.
Okay, so
Oh.
over the years, after what happened, what was one thing that you adopted or one measure that you had to put in place that helped you in managing humans?
Okay, so after I realized that, because when I got into the business, I was still young and I was privileged to work with people who were actually older than me. So managing them was a bit difficult, and because I was trained to be respectful regardless of anything. So I had people I was actually working with, I use Mr. For and all of that. Then I now learned that I need to go and learn on how to manage people.
That's for
He
audience.
said something. He said you can be farming, and that doesn't mean you are doing agribusiness.
Yeah.
So you can actually be a cook. That doesn't mean you are enough to do the business. So at that point, I had to now go and learn how to manage team, then how to manage people, and there I was able to understand a lot of things on people, and here we are. So we're doing it a bit better.
Over to you, Mary.
And amazing. So, still on that thought on challenges. So, I mean, how do you get to manage challenges like price fluctuation, middlemen, logistics, and all? I mean, how are you able to manage all of this?
Okay, one thing is in Nigeria we have a lot of issues, at least for everybody doing business, startup or not startup, established or not established. So and one of them is logistics, very, very. But one thing is, because for me, I've always looked at the truth of it in business that I'm serving humanity, and because I'm passionate about it, about whatever I do. I've had business where I had to lose because of something. Because for me, for instance, now, if I already give you a quote for a job, and let's say, okay, you actually see this yesterday, and I need today, and it actually changes, I bear it. That's just about me. So I feel coming back to you is not professional.
Yes.
So obviously, I've not done my due diligence before coming to you. So regardless of the measure, I could just probably, after I've satisfied your need, maybe now communicate it with you if there's anything you can do. And prayerfully, sometimes I will go and say, God, let me, you own the heart of everybody. Let the person actually understand what I'm saying. So, but for me, there are a lot of challenges, even to logistics, and that's why we will try as soon as possible to handle our
manage it.
logistics ourselves.
Okay.
So at least you know that part now has been taken care of. And with inflation, everybody knows now that Nigeria, even not even Nigeria, across the world, inflation is actually one thing that is actually norm now. So even while I'm talking to you right now, I'll tell you as the moment. Even I'm giving you a quote, I'll tell you at the moment.
So, yes.
So it's prone to review. So depending on whatever that happens. So we have a lot of things that are considered inflation in Nigeria, exchange rates, economy, decisions, and all of that.
Okay, thank you very much. So over to Mr. Felix. I have one last question for you. Now, what advice would you give to young people who think farming is too hard or is not lucrative?
That's how to.
It like I throw you off.
Ah, okay. First, like I said before, is there any job that is easy?
There's none.
No,
So,
Even stealing.
Yes, like,
yes,
even
yes,
stealing, you need to work.
yes.
So,
yeah.
you must love it.
You must love
Farming,
it.
actually, if you do not love what you're doing, there are many times, just like he was saying, I have wanted to quit.
Hmm.
I could just go back to the school. I tend to give them my CV. I want to come back again as a lecturer. Yes. But I love what I'm doing. So no matter the challenges, I love this job.
Hmm.
Two, it is harder when you do not have the right knowledge. Information is critical,
Key.
and we are in an age where people don't wait for the information. They're only waiting for the profit. So please, know what you're going into. Love what you're going into. And the sky is not the limit, it's just the beginning.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much. So I think for me to wrap it up, I mean, my final question would go to the CEO.
All right.
So what's one lesson that you've learned from failure that you believe other people can also learn from?
Okay, for me, failure is a normal life for me.
Okay.
I've failed many times. Yeah, I failed many times. And I will tell anybody, in your library of success, if you don't have failure there, you've not done anything at all. So, and for me, there are businesses I've attempted that did not work.
You had to drop.
Even academically too, I've failed.
Definitely.
Yeah, sure. And that's why I tell people to always embrace your failure. Appreciate your failure. So don't let
That's
that
our
actually
audience.
condemn
Embrace
you.
your failure.
So at least, so one thing is just analyze why you failed. For why you failed. So, and that's one thing that would, okay, one of the lessons I have from failure was when I was in secondary school, faithfully, because I was actually stubborn growing up, at a point, I was told to go science class, but because I decided that,
Thank you, sir.
I decided that they will not decide for me at home. I want to do what I want to do. So they told me to go science class. I said, I will go to wherever I want to. So I went to art class, I went to commercial class, and I failed. Okay, fine. So the time I failed, you know, I'm the kind of person that I do my evaluations. So I went back and I figured out how it happened and all of that. And I now told myself, truthfully, you have nothing to do in those departments. You have nothing to do there at all.
Your head did not carry
Although I just felt like I want to prove a point that you cannot choose for me. Yeah. So, and I went back to science class.
Eventually.
And even everybody in my set that I actually repeated with never believed I repeated.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's just recently I shared with them that I repeated. I was not their set. So I repeated. So, and even to life itself too, even to business too, I failed many times. And for me, I love failure. I love failure. And for anyone that wants to grow, don't be afraid to fail. So and one thing is, when we were growing up in school, we were used to experimenting. Now, while you're actually experimenting, you were not sure of what your result would be. You're actually doing it to see what it's going to give you.
The hotspot.
But it's now unfortunate that by the time we grow up, we forget those scenarios. That there's room for experimentations. So see it. So what is it giving you? So sometimes now, even when you do it back then and you didn't get what you want, you have to keep doing it until when you get what you want. So that is my own take for people on failure and success.
Okay.
Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, this has been insightful. I wish we could go on really, but then again, I mean, we have to do this real close, so at least we can go into other things. So thank you so much. I mean, it's Mr. Felix, thank you for joining in.
You're welcome. It's an
CEO,
honor
thank
being
you
with
so
you.
much. And my lovely co-host, it's been a pleasure. Let's do this some other time. All right, thank you, everyone. Okay.